Phillies going up against the Atlanta Braves. Well, this place is ready. We'll be right back to get this series started in just a minute. Alongside my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us here. Game one is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having home field advantage, Boog. If you capture game one, you're full of confidence that you got it.
So almost ready to get underway. Our starter in this one, Tarik Skubal. What should we keep an eye on here?
Great sinker. Although it's not his primary pitch, it's really a pitch that he can go to, misses the barrel of the bat, gets ground balls, and lets the defense work behind him.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Great effort, but it gets down. Lead runner to second with two gone.
Batting fifth, the first baseman.
First and second, two outs. Here's Matt Olson down. First and second, two down here in game one of the NLDS. That's the third. Dives, but he kicks off his glove. No throw, and that loads the bases.
Batting fifth, the shortstop.
So bases all loaded up. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Elly De La Cruz.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at-bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
Two outs. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. One runs in. Oh, the throw is wild. And he'll make it up to third here because of the throwing error.
Comes through with the RBI. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Michael Harris II digs in now.
Keep an eye on this at-bat because even though it's early, it could change the outcome of this game. Look for your pitch and attack it.
Rip towards third. Slings it across. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So they get one, but end up leaving the bases loaded. End of the first. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Victor Scott. And that one is lifted in the air. Lays out and makes the play.
Great diving catch to end the inning. That'll fire up the dugout for sure. Time to go swinging.
First and second here, no outs. That one lifted to left. Kellner brings it in, and there's one down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
Game one of the division series. Bo Naylor at the plate now.
Naylor.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Two out, space is empty. And that one upstairs, ball one.
Way to lay off that fastball off right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And strike two. Two down, nobody on. Here in game one of the NLDS. That one way outside. Full count, 3-2. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. And it drops in.
Up next for the Braves.
And now it's Matt Olson's turn to hit.
Matt Olson.
Runner on the go. In the dirt. Blocked by the catcher. And he steals second base without a throw. Two outs. Liner, base hit. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. In there. He scores. It's 2-1.
That was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Man at first with one gone. Here's Baez. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the right fielder, Lee. And there's a foul ball. Mills, one of the most dominant bullpen arms in the sport today, and it's largely due to the swing and miss stuff. Line drive, base hit. And a good start to the inning.
And he shortens the game. Those 3 outs, they seem like they go really quickly, and that's the type of guy you love to play behind if you're on defense.
And the batter now, Matt Olson. Throw to first. Lee dives back in safely. And you really think about the mentality, there's a little bit of an intimidation factor that plays in too.
Yeah, a very commanding presence out there on the
runner takes off. Strike in there. The throw, tag, and he's out.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate. It's pretty early in this series to say a must-win game, but when you've got home field advantage, it's a luxury, but you have to protect it. Huge win in game one to set the tone.
And your final 3-1. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Atlanta Braves. All right, just about set to go. And starting this one, Dylan Cease.
Power pitcher. He's going to speed you up with the fastball velocity, and out of his hand will explode the breaking ball. Very difficult for hitters to keep that front side closed and hit the ball the other way because they know if they're not ready to pull the trigger, the fastball will beat them.
In the air, out towards right center. Lee snags it. Runner tags at second. The throw to third. And he's out. Up, down, and that ends the inning.
Exciting play and a great throw to third for the double play, but man, there's just no reason to try to move up to third right there. Not great base running to end the inning.
We're in the second game of this division series. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Lee. Cabrera back to work. Check swing, and he went 0-1. This park is absolutely electric for this game. Such a great postseason atmosphere. Gets under and pops it up. Kurtz hauls it in for the out.
Nothing like the drama you get in the postseason, dude. Love being a part of these games.
First and second, 2 down.
No ball. 1 strike.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Here's Jared Kelman.
The center fielder, Jared.
We're in the second game of this division series. Now, Lee. That clips the corner.
Well, now that this is a bullpen game, it's clear that whichever bullpen steps up the most is likely going to come away with the W.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Puts it away for the out. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Lee. 0 for 3 in this one. Uribe back to work. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he turns and heads for second. The throw in. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
He quickly went from hitter to base runner. Love when guys make that transition, and he's got speed to put on a show.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Here's Matt Olson. Man at second.
2-2.
In the dirt. Runner takes off. And that one lifted in the air center field. Kelman in position. Makes the catch, and there's one gone. And the throw's offline. Safe at third.
Now batting, the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz.
Now in for the Braves, Ellie De La Cruz. This one in the air. Kurtz makes the catch for the out. 2 down. Michael Harris the second. Next up for the Braves. Back up the middle and a base hit. Runner from third comes across. It's an RBI single. It's 5-2. 2-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the ninth. Ground ball right side. Durant. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Phillies secure a big road win in game 2. They even up the series before heading home. Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. The show presents the National League Division Series. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Hi, folks. John Shelby alongside Chris Singleton. We're looking forward to what short of 2 on, 1 out. Lee getting ready to hit. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. Swing and a high fly ball, deep left field, carrying well. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. Thought about third there, but throws on the brakes. 2 away now. First and second, 1 out. Here's Jared Kelman. Line drive. That's a base hit into right field. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. The tag. And he's out.
Just the classic case of ignoring your third base coach. The stop sign was clear as day, but the runner seemed to have missed it, and certainly it cost him.
First and third, 1 down. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. In comes the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and now just a 2-run deficit. And he'll reach second with 1 away.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Matt Olson up to the plate. Flares it into the outfield, and it's caught for the out.
Well, he looked a little tentative on that swing. Almost like he didn't get pitch recognition and tried to slow his back down just to make contact. I'd rather see a guy swing through it instead of making weak contact and putting it in play, have another pitch where maybe he can drive out of the ballpark.
To the right side, Baez. In plenty of time to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Third game of the division series. Now in for the Braves, Lee. Rip, but it curls foul.
You know, these Braves really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work.
Oh, now this is drilled to center. Way back there. On its way and gone. He'll touch them all. It's 3-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth.
Singy, this was a mammoth home run. Over 460 feet, according to StatCast.
You know, Boog, there are only maybe 20 or so guys in the game that can hit a baseball that far, and it's absolutely crazy it's even that many. Such an impressive swing of the bat right there.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out. Lee next up for the Braves. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
No ball.
Base is empty, 1 away here in game 3 of the NLDS. That one not close. Now 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. That one missed. outside, and that is ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk. Man at first, here is Matt Olson. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Kurtz takes it to the bag, steps on first, and it's out number 2. Not in time. He's safe. 2 outs with a man at third. Now it's the shortstop, Elly De La Cruz. That one hit to right. Kjerstad makes the play, and that'll do it. Well, Cindy, it wasn't pretty, but here's another look. Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show presents the National League Division Series. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. John Shelby on play-by-play. Chris Singleton providing the color. And Singy, there's been a lot to talk about already in this series as we head into Game 4.
And I'll be interested to see if these teams approach it any differently, with one on the brink of elimination and the other just to win away.
Lee next up for the Braves. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
Yeehaw! This one in the dirt. 1-1. This one in the air. Burrow under it. Makes the catch for the out. Here's Baez. Swung on, belted. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
All over that one right there. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way, but that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
Lee stands in now and watches strike 1. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. That one misses, and it's 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Out of here. That one felt good. Just like that, they move in front. It's 3-2. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
Hit in the air, right field. Dives and makes the catch.
Up next for the Phillies, the left fielder, Jerry.
This dive wasn't the result of a bad route, Singy. The only reason he made the play is because his route was so good.
No doubt, Boog. StatCast tells the same story. I mean, he got to a spot as quickly as you can possibly get there, and he had to in order to have a chance at that diving play. Just special.
That one is absolutely belted. Lays out and makes the play. Running tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
He takes a huge gamble right there. If that ball gets by him, the run scores easily from second, and the hitter maybe ends up on third. But a great job, excellent focus on the dive, and he robbed extra bases on that one.
Here's Jared Kelman with the go-ahead run at the plate here in Game 4 of the NLDS. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. The throw in. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so great job there, stepping up to the challenge. And man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing. Now a pretty big at-bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Runner from third comes across, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Picks himself up an RBI. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
First and second, no outs. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Matt Olson. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in late here in Game 4. Soft contact in the air, and that's a base hit. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there, and on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating.
He comes home with it. How about that double play?
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So 2 down, Michael Harris the second, getting ready to hit. In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there.
Base knock here really gives them an opportunity to take control of this ball game. You don't want that other team to think they have a shot and a knock here.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Now it's the right fielder, Heston Kjerstad. Just a weak fly ball this time. And it stays fair. Around first, digging for 2. Throws to second. And he's out, trying for 2. So up next, Lee. He blasted one out earlier in the third.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
Hit in the air, left field. Kelman makes the grab. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Now batting.
This team played extremely well to force this series into a Game 5. It's just like in Game 7. You win or go home. That Game 5 should be a lot of fun to watch.
6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Beat up the block and the gun, I press a little button to open the wings. Ain't no advance on the deal I just signed. I don't need the label controlling my strings. A lot of these millionaires, it's my own, it's my name. My solar plexus, with it, painted this much in this red. Let's move it in solo, my check, let's skate in for the Wellington blue in the middle, the same as how I be preferring my Venice. And Wellington blacker than minimum sentence. And I was apprentice and under a villain, face full of metal.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Atlanta Braves. Along with Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. It's been quite a series so far, and the excitement's only ramping up as we get ready for Game 5.
Yeah, Boog, the only negative here today is that the series is going to come to an end. As fun as it's been, I wish it could go on a few more games. And the way these teams have battled each other, and with some of the amazing moments we've seen in getting to this point.
Coming up on the first pitch, and our starting pitcher here today, Dylan Cease. What's the word on him?
Well, the hammer is in effect, and he sets it up so nicely because of the velocity on the fastball. Will elevate that and then break you off when he's ahead in the count. What I love about him, you get into the later innings of the ball game, and the velocity seems to go up.
Late that time, and it's strike 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
That's a ball.
Hard hit, right side. Steps on first for the out. Nothing like postseason baseball. There's a buzz in the air. Every pitch seems bigger. It's truly special. That one ripped. That's back. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. Not stopping. He's going for 3. The relay throw. The tag out.
Really nice job of hitting right there, but you've got to be a better base runner than that and understand the situation. With nobody out, you've got to be able to shut it down, stay at second, keep yourself in scoring position instead of killing a potential rally.
And at first, one away. Lee, in his 8th season, a career batting average over .325. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Outside with a breaking ball.
That's ball 2.
Dyer stands at first with 1 out. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Runner on the go. Drilled out towards left center field. That one back there. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. The run scores all the way from first. It's 2-0.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Up to the plate.
First baseman, Matt Olson.
Runner breaks for third. In the dirt, blocked. For the third, save. That wasn't close. Here's a 1-1. Ripped on the ground to second, to first, and Olson is set down.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
Swing, and it's a flare down the right field line. Dunks one in, base hit.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where he could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at bat.
Lee in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow left field. Carter hauls it in, and there's one away. Now in for the Braves, Lee. And a swing and a miss there.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
All tied up here in Game 5 of the NLDS. Outside. 1-2 to count.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Nice grab. The throw. And very nicely done for the out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Next offering popped in the air, right field. Here comes the throw. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Bases still loaded and still only one away.
Big RBI for him right there. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
All's my life I has to fight. All's my life hard times like
About 13 miles from downtown Atlanta, welcome to Truist Park. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the San Francisco Giants going up against the Atlanta Braves. John Shambi on the play-by-play with you. Chris Singleton providing the color. Game 1 is always critical in a postseason series, Singy.
Yeah, and this is when you love having...
All right, first pitch coming up. Today's starting pitcher, Cam Caminiti. How about a report on him, Chris?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters.
So 2 down, stepping in, Lee. This one in the air. Fox under it. Brings it in, and that is that. Game 1 of the NLCS. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Lee. And that one fouled off. Chris, you and I have gotten to work some memorable postseason games together. One I look back on, 2013 ALCS Game 2, the David Ortiz Grand Slam. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting. First
Here is Matt Olson.
Olson.
Runner takes off. Pitch in for a strike. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position.
You know, nights like this when it seems harder to score, I like the call to put him in motion and try to steal.
Runner on the go again. In the dirt, blocked. No throw, he steals third easily. And the go-ahead run is now only 90 feet away. Runner at third, nobody out. Here in Game 1 of the NLCS. And And a ground ball to first. That's out number one, and a run comes in to score.
For me, Boo, the game I remember is us calling the 2014 AL wildcard game. The Kansas City Royals hosting the Oakland A's. The Royals come from behind to win in extra innings and move on to the division series. They had such a great run that it ended up in the World Series losing to the San Francisco Giants.
Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. And now Matt Olson up to hit. Here's the pitch to Olson. In the air, left field. Valley grabs it on the run. Runner in scoring position. No outs. Fox digs in now. Tying run at the plate. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Full extension makes the catch.
You love to see when a guy's hungry to make a play. Right there, an excellent diving catch. You can absolutely tell he was all in tracking that ball down.
Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. And there's one away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Lee with a good game to help lift them to the win.
Really liked how he looked in this one. He consistently came to the plate with a solid plan, and it showed in the results. Nice job.
And your final 4-2. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the San Francisco Giants going up against the Atlanta Braves. All right, ready to get underway. And digging in for San Francisco, Esteury Ruiz. That one ripped. Back there. Make the catch.
Man, he hammered that one to center. I thought it was out of here, but Wynn just absolutely killed it.
Runner at first with 2 away. And now it's Atlanta's cleanup hitter, Lee. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. On the ground, right side. They take the force out, and that will end the inning. First and second, no outs. Here's Nolan Gorman. The throw to third. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
All over that one right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Lee in the box now as he looks at ball 1. Second plate appearance of the day for him. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And the postseason success continues for him. Here's Matt Olson. Here's the pitch to Olson. Runner on the go. Squirts away a little bit. And there's no throw. He's in there at second with a stolen base. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in game 2 of the NLCS. Runner goes again. This one in the air center field. Matos under it. And that'll do it. Here's Royce Lewis. Runner at second here, 1 gone. First pitch, and he just misses. Miller, he's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts, and in a tough spot like this, that is a big-time benefit.
2 up.
Man at second. And another ball.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
And there's a foul ball. And ball 4 to avoid.
I don't think he really wanted to pitch to him right there anyhow.
2 on, 1 out. Matt Olson up to the plate. Here goes the runner. Liner snagged at first. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. 1 run. First and second. No outs. Lee, the next to hit. You gotta feel like there's a pretty good chance this game is gonna turn on one swing. And that one fouled off. With the tying run at the plate, here in the late stages of Game 2. Line drive, and this might be trouble. Coming home. 1 runs in, heading for the plate. The relay, it's off the mark, and he scores. And they trail by 1.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Runner in scoring position, no outs. And next for Atlanta, Matt Olson. Here's the pitch, runner on the move. In the dirt, and the ball, Eichner.
That's just a poor decision right there. I'm sure somebody's going to talk to him when he gets back into the dugout. You have to understand who's at the plate and who's coming up. These are guys that can drive the ball in the gap, hit the ball over the fence. You don't have to worry about being aggressive and trying to get yourself up, especially at third base in that situation. Just doesn't make any sense.
1-run game, bottom 9. That misses the zone, and the count is 2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the 9th. Popped up, Gonzalez. Squeezes it, and there's 1 down. So, Chris, here's a look at the final numbers.
What up, y'all? Yeah, soundtrack is poppin', baby. Y'all ain't know. I go by the name of Lupe Fiat. Representing that first and 15. Yeah, and this one right here. I did it.
From Oracle Park in San Francisco, MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. The Atlanta Braves taking on the San Francisco Giants. It's Game 3 of the National League Championship Series. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Lee. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. And there's 1 away.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Bryce swings and drives 1 deep to right. That's well hit, and it's off the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. The throw in, and he's safe. It's a wall ball double. saw was hit hard, but how hard was it, Singy? Statcast is here with the answer.
Yeah, Boog, it says the exit velo was 113 miles per hour, and it looked every bit of it, didn't it? I mean, just an impressive swing of the bat, and clearly he saw it out of the pitcher's hand no problem.
One out, bases empty. And that is out of play. Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion. Everything is amplified. And it's 1-1.
Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
Base hit, so they get a man aboard with a one-out single. And the batter now, Matt Olson. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Haskett gets it to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
So runner at second, 2 down. Ellie Dillard. Runner takes off. Bounce to the left side. Haskett. Now the throw to first on the run. And that's a nice play to end the inning. 2 on, 2 outs. And that's fouled off. Traffic on the bases with 2 already in to score here in Game 3 of the NLCS. That missed by a lot. And the count is 1-1. Way high.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Matos makes the grab. And that is that. 2 runs for. So 2 down. And up next for the Giants, Armando Valley. Swing and a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And that one hammered. That's back there. Out of here! He circles the bases. It's 5-5. He only needed 1 swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at-bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
So 2 away with nobody on. Now Lee. He's already homered in this game. And that's outside. Ball 1. Two down, nobody on. Fly ball down the line. Valley sizes this one up, and that is that. So Harper stands in. Down the line. Lee on the move. Reaches over the wall, and he's got it. 1 left for San Francisco. 2 outs, nobody on. And digging in for San Francisco, Matt Wallner. This could end it. Ripped on the line to center. And what a play! Ball game.
Game 3s are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
(11-6) the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. We'll see you soon. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. The Atlanta Braves taking on the San Francisco Giants. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Sciambi. And Singy, there's been a lot to talk about already in this series as we head into Game 4.
Well, if the first 3 games are any indication, this has the look of a series that'll go all the way to Game 7, Boog. I think this is a classic matchup, and we've seen momentum change course a few times already, but I'll tell you what, I think...
So, almost ready to get underway. And our pitcher tonight, Bradley Blaylock. What do you have on him, Singy?
Well, last time out, thought it was going to be pretty good, but wasn't able to make it out of the second inning. A real shocker. So he's fresh and having... Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages, working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And that one hammered. That's back there. Onto the garden netting and out of here. Home run. He hammers one out to center. His second homer this series. It's 2-1. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Fourth game of the NLCS. And now the right fielder, Lee. Blaylock back to work. That one outside. And that's ball 1. The atmosphere around postseason baseball, there really isn't anything like it in the sport. It's the time of year where the rally towels come out and the crowd energy gets cranked up even higher. In the air, center field. Matos in position. Brings it in. And there's one down.
You look up in the stands in games like this, you just see a giant mass of color. Everything just blurs together, and it can be hard as a player not to get distracted by that kind of energy.
Lee in the box again, takes a strike. And now the count is even. Hard hit, right side. Steps on first for the out. All set for the start of the inning. And now, Lee.
Well, this guy, a player that, if he gets on base, has the ability to really be aggressive getting around the base paths.
Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Well, a come-and-get-me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
And that one in the air, center field. Matos under it. Puts it away for the out. And digging in for San Francisco, Armando Valley. got good power with one swing. He can win it for him. And that's a fair ball.
Always feels amazing getting a job.
Here in the bottom of the ninth, one. Nolan Gorman, the next Giant to hit.
Gorman.
In the air, left side. Alvarez in position. Brings it in. 2 away. Go ahead, run on base. Lee getting ready to hit. He's already homer here in this one. Swings and pulls it foul to the right side.
Well, it's kind of deflating. You blow that lead in the bottom of the ninth, so here's a new opportunity. Hit the reset button, try to get some more runs, and then close it out in the bottom half of this one.
Yeah, that's outside. 1-1.
Lots of anxious fans in the ballpark right now. You can feel it.
With the go-ahead run standing at second late here in Game 4. Swing, a high fly ball hit the air, left center field. This one's got a chance, and it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. One runs in, the relay, he's in there. And they take a 2-run lead.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So, runner at second, 2 down. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Matt Olson. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. In the dirt. And he steals third without a throw. And a pitch. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning.
Well, this was a huge win for this team. Instead of 2-2 in the series, they're comfortably now 3-1. One more win, and they take the series.
So it took extras, but here's how the numbers shake out from this one.
Well, they couldn't settle this one in 9, but who doesn't love some extra inning baseball in the postseason?
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long. Hello from San Francisco, California. We're live at Oracle Park. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. The Atlanta Braves taking on the San Francisco Giants. Coming up on the first pitch, and our pitcher in this game, Zach Eflin. What do we need to know here about the right-hander?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough.
And that will end the inning. 2 outs, base is empty.
Number 7.
Grounded to Gorman. Gorman throws on to first. And that is the inning. Set down 1-2-3, but they lead it 1-0. Game 5 of the NLCS. And digging in for San Francisco, Ryan Haskett. And it stays fair.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. He was in a location where he could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at-bat.
Fought off foul.
You know, these Braves just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. The good news is they're putting balls in play, but the bad news is most of them have been on the ground for easy outs. Nothing is finding a hole at all, and they're having a real hard time elevating the baseball. Just kept it simple, played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed.
Runner on the go. In the dirt. Blocked. Blocked by the catcher. And he steals second base without a throw. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. The other way. And a base hit. Run comes in from second. It's an RBI single. It's 3-2.
Ellie De La Cruz.
We're at the top of the 8th. And now Lee.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Foul ball there. Shell, the tall righty, 26 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in Alaska.
Ball.
Next pitch is outside.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
That one off the mark, and the count is 2-2. And that skips into there. Right through their counter. And 1 away. I don't know about you, Chris, but that felt like a weird at-bat right there. Didn't give much to hit until the final pitch, and he still got the backwards K.
Yeah, I know the single pitch was actually inside the strike zone, but he was being very aggressive in the box and fell behind in the count. Then they finally do challenge him, and he couldn't get the
Base hit, that'll do it. And crosses the winning run, and the Giants walk it off and force Game 6.
Well, the postseason, there's so much excitement, so much energy, everyone hanging on every single pitch. To have a walk-off win under these circumstances.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the San Francisco Giants going up against the Atlanta Braves. With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. With Game 6 in front of us, it's an elimination game on one side, but this series feels like it could go either way.
You know, Booch, some of the greatest games in baseball history have been in Game 6, so I'm fired up for this one, and clearly being at home.
So just about set now, and today's starting pitcher, Cam Caminiti.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
0-1 down. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Well, that was a pitch you got to crush. Unbelievable that he missed it right there. And I'm telling you, he is going to be frustrated with himself until his next at bat.
Lee up to bat next. Lays off for a ball.
Well, no count. Look for him to be aggressive here. He got some runners on base, an opportunity to catch a mistake and put some runs up on the board.
In the air, right center. This is mashed way back and gone. And now they're out front. It's 3-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boone. We knew it wasn't coming back. This swing is he stayed tall, allowed his hands to go directly to the baseball, letting that bat head get down through the ball to create backspin and hit it out of the ballpark. Really nice job.
Ryan Haskett, the next Giant to hit.
Ryan Haskett.
Line drive, base hit, right center field. Throw into third. In there safely.
He went up there and got it. With 2 strikes, I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where he could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there, coming back in that at-bat.
Lee in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Next one misses, and now it's even 1-1.
1-1. Two and one.
Swung on, belted. That's back. Pulls it in on the warning track. One hit in the inning. One down. And digging in for San Francisco, Luis Matos. One down, base is empty. That one is absolutely belted. Going back. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And that one hammered. Reaching back towards the wall. Say goodbye to that one. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 6-5. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
And here comes Yordan Alvarez for a critical at bat.
Alvarez.
Hit to right, and that ought to do it. He's got it. Ball game. And the Giants string the tying run on base to win it. Lee made a big contribution despite the loss. 2 homers on the day.
I'ma stick to the mission statement. Yeah, let's get the paper. Somebody love it, hate it, no matter the situation. What? Everybody rich.
It's the San Francisco Giants going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming at you right after the break. John Shambi and Chris Singleton with you, and you got to love a Game 7, especially with a trip to the World Series on the line, Chris.
Yeah, and the heat's turned up all the way tonight, Boog. The pressure's never higher than in a Game 7, and the pennant's on the line in this one. So it's a matter now of which team can handle it better, which team can put the nerves aside and play clean baseball one play at a time.
Yeah, it's got to be hard to stay in the... Now it's the power speed combo. Lee.
Number 7.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Smith sizing this one up. He's got it, and that'll do it. The decisive 7th game of this National League Championship Series. And now the right fielder, Pavin Smith. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Lee holds it in on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
This one driven deep center field on its way. Home run. That'll fire up the dugout. That's his 5th homer of the series, and they lead it. It's 5-3. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. Pitchers are taught to keep the ball down so that you don't get hurt, but unfortunately on that one, he made a pretty good pitch in terms of location, but it was just a better swing.
And now here is Harper.
The first baseman, number 5, Bryce Harper.
Liner, base hit. The throw in, Matos around third. Ball comes home and he's dead at the plate. And we're back. Now it's the right fielder, Lee.
The right fielder, number 7.
Madden back to work. That one missed.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
Fouled off left side.
You know, these Braves putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in, so I'd say mission accomplished.
Right side, hard hit. Takes it himself, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. So 2 down, and next for Atlanta, Lee. He's already homered here in this one. Swing and a high fly ball left field. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Go ahead run on base. And up next for the Giants, Pavin Smith. And that one is lifted in the air.
Now, this has been a good, tight game so far, but now that error looms pretty large. I gotta think that's going to weigh on him for a little while, unless somehow they can come back and win this thing.
Lee up to bat next. Lays off for a ball.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
And a foul ball makes the count 2-1.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Next offering upstairs.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run! Another homer. His second home run of the game is 9-9. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. He wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
Now in for the Braves, Lee. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. 1 down, winning run at first here in Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Line, and that's a base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumping, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And that does it. They win the pennant. They are champions of the National League.
Congratulations to the National League champions. This team clearly excited, and they deserve every bit of this moment. Enjoy it now, but get yourself ready for the biggest series of your life.
For my partner Chris Singleton and our great crew, thanks for watching the National League Championship Series on MLB The Show.